This morning, we've been looking at the radar. There is rain out there near parts of the southeast. Miami also been watching for you as well. Showers from Savannah down to Jacksonville. You can see how few and far between they are, though, and we're not going to see any heavy rain at the moment. All of that is offshore. But this will be an area that we watch through the day today. Scattered showers are still possible. Jacksonville for you. You can see you got that chance getting into the lunch hour. We do have that front that's sagging south, though, and that's going to help us dry out a bit, especially compared to where we've been. All right, we go from green on the radar to blue on the map. Yeah, so let's take a look at the numbers coming in here. And when it comes to the heat, of course, the car inside heats up a lot, but all the surfaces do as well. They make these covers for your car seats, which will actually sort of like you put in the windshield, right, to protect the car seat from heating up in temperatures like this, so that the kids don't get burned just by touching any of the materials on the car seat. We're going to have temperatures soaring under this big ridge. Today will be the coolest day of the next 3 or 4 days across the plains and the Midwest. Temperatures go up through the 80s. You know, dew points are still low for now, but that also changes as temperatures go up. We're in the mid to upper 90s in the Texas Panhandle, and this spreads as we get into the weekend, Reynolds.
Wow, it's a map melter, isn't it? Goodness, that is.
Yes, it is World Oceans Day, a day designated by the UN General Assembly back in 2008 to celebrate the world's shared oceans and raise awareness about the role it plays in our environment. It's really scary when you think about it. So what can we do to help solve the problem? Joining us this morning is Fabian Cousteau, ocean explorer. Fabian, good to see you. I know you're at this ocean conference, which is the first of its kind there at United Nations. So talk about that and, you know, what that's all about.
So there's no one solution, but what can people do to start?
Oceans, it's changing migration patterns of fish. What does that mean to us?
Grandfather, who really brought ocean research and exploration to the forefront for millions. How does that help keep...
Cousteau, thank you so much for joining us. Good luck at the conference with your keynote today. Steph, more pollution, more plastics than fish by the year 2050 if we don't do something. Significant, right?
That's terrifying. We're back after your local on the 8s.
It's a full moon this Friday, and you know, supermoons get all the attention, but this one is pretty special too. It's a micromoon or mini moon. Our moon has been revolving around Earth for roughly 4.5 billion years. It is Earth's only permanent natural satellite, making a complete orbit around Earth every 27 days. This orbit is not a perfect circle, so the distance between Earth and the moon varies. On average, it's just under 240,000 miles, but this full moon will be at its farthest point from Earth, 525,000 miles. We call this apogee, and it's a micromoon. As a result, it will appear up to 14% smaller than its counterpart, the supermoon. That's when the moon is closest to the Earth. You know, the full moon of June has some nicknames. It's often called the strawberry moon because that's the time strawberries are harvested. But what about that term honeymoon? Where did that come from? Well, it's possible that it's related to the June full moon because the moon is at its lowest point in the sky in June, and that sky position helps give the moon a honey, creamy look, a honeymoon. I've got one more bonus for you. In the sky Friday night, look for Saturn near this full micro moon. Happy viewing.